you through it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the SDFC Fancast.
Welcome to the internet, my friend.
I love
Welcome
it.
indeed.
I love sound bites. Welcome on this beautiful Monday night. We're getting our schedule down. We record every week. That's all that's important.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm not sick and all those things. But what's up, y'all?
Hey, buddy.
Good to
Hello,
see you
boys.
We are, how you say, not professional.
I don't think we were as professional as one can be in this particular outfit.
Yeah, like my nephew calls it the fun cast. He's like, Nate, I love your fun cast. I'm like, me too, Calvin. Me too. So we're the fun
I'm
cast.
having fun.
Are you? You don't really seem like that out there. You seem a little...
It's like a gun to his head off the screen.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You will have
I'm
fun.
having fun.
Read it.
I'm having a ball.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of ball, Chris came with me to the Chrome Ball, Chula Vista.
Hell yeah.
What a segue.
I know.
That was a great segue. It was,
Oh, I thought you were joking. I thought you were teasing because it was a shitty segue. My bad.
I mean,
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Pass the ball. That's a
yeah,
shit
it was
segue.
good. It was by far, IMO, the best one out of all the events that I've been to. Been to all of them except for the rainy one. Was that Santee?
Yeah, Santee.
That was when we were all in Montana. This one was great. I feel like all the other cities should take note. They closed down a whole street. But it was cool because all the restaurants that were lining the street were still open, so you could go in there and like grab beers or dinner or whatever. And there were like food trucks everywhere. It was a big ass stage. Lucha Libre was awesome. It was awesome.
Hell
Yeah, it felt like you were walking like in a downtown area. I loved it. Tried a new restaurant. I forget what it was called, but me, Chris, Ashley, and Julie were there drinking margaritas, eating some tacos. That restaurant was really good. I like the food and I like the margaritas. I got the really manly strawberry margarita and it was delicious. Loved it.
There was a lot of
yeah.
80s Madonna playing, which
Yeah.
was a hell of a vibe.
Yeah, I kept telling Chris to listen to the Immaculate Collection because that so good. Probably don't need to listen to any Madonna after that. I'm sure I just turned off our one gay listener because the gays love Madonna.
Keegan's on the show. He's not a listener.
I was going to say, Chris loves Madonna because he's like a virgin because he is one.
Not on. Let the arrows fly. No,
awesome.
We tried 2 new breweries too. One of them was the Three Punks Ale House. Chris,
3 Punk Ales, yeah.
your memory's better than mine. It was
Yeah.
good.
Caught a bit of the Padre game in there. Watched Luis Arias go 4 for 4 to start off his San Diego career.
Beautiful.
So rad. Of course he did.
Yeah.
Chris was telling me before the game, he was like, we just picked up Arias and this and that. And then we're watching and it's like, look, he's already 3 for 3. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then he gets up and hits one. Like, oh, 4 for 4. There we go. Chris was right.
4.
Look at the boy go. Good baseball this year. Good baseball this season.
The
Keegan,
Nine
where you
Mets are
going
my
to a
favorite
game?
squadron.
Yeah?
The who?
Never mind. It was a Simpsons joke. Disregard. Trevor, I know you got that one. Move on.
But yeah, anyways, going back to the Chrome Ball event.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking like if Escondido Washington Park one was cool, but I feel like it would have been a better turnout, a little more fun if they had like closed down Grand Avenue, for example, and just set it all up there. Like that would have been awesome. So yeah, Chula Vista did it right.
Yeah.
They had live music at the end of the night. All the supporters groups were in there getting after it. Beers were flowing. It was fun. Good time.
It was. I had a really good time. I love the Lucha Libre. It was funny, dude. Within like a minute or two, you knew who the good tag team was, who the bad tag team was, and all that stuff. Like they're really good performers.
Like the villain.
Yeah, it was really who the heel and the baby face are, if you want to use the wrestling terms. But it honestly inspired me. I want to go to a local show. I love that shit. I used to watch it back in the day, the Hardy Boys and all that. So the high flying, like Rey Mysterio style, like Rey Mysterio Jr. and all them, I love that shit. So it was so funny. Go ahead.
Or you were going to say that? Okay. So we were after the event. The wrestlers were like doing like photo ops and stuff like that, and we were walking by. And prior to the event, I was like, Nate, I have a feeling Rey Mysterio Jr. is going to be there. And as we were walking by him, Nate was like, "Holy shit, it's Rey Mysterio Jr." So we walked over there. It wasn't him.
No.
Stop stereotyping people.
Hey, dude, he had the freaking contacts in, and he had a similar Lucha Libre mask. All right, and he had a similar build. I seen the tattoos from the back. Just leave me alone. All right. Now, what was really funny, dude, is the beginning of the match. One of the guys was going to tag his partner, and the bad guy caught the guy's arm, and then he turns it around and he turned it to flip off the partner. It was so funny.
Showman.
Oh yeah, classic. Yeah, it was really good. And then we met actually. Wellington Jr. is his name on Instagram, but gave us some cool stickers.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, and that was like an art piece he made, laser cut wood to make it, and was part of the branding event you fellas went to, I think.
Yep,
really cool.
And then his dog, Chris.
Yeah, he has a really cute little white dog, and we were at 3 Punk Ales, and the dog was on the ground, and I was just like, "Is it cool if I pet your dog?" And he was like, "Go for it." And he was being cool, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Rah!" Bit my hand.
Your hand?
Yeah.
Dude, I told you not to rub that bacon on it.
No, like he was just like, "That's what you get, dumbass."
Yeah, shouldn't have your hand there.
You grab it, throw it like Anchorman, just throw it.
But the worst part was, and I kind of consider myself a bit of an animal whisperer. I'm sure Colin would disagree with his dog, but at the end of the night during like the concert, he was out there and his dog was out there like off a leash, and the dog was like jumping up on people, like everyone was petting him, or he or she, for whatever reason, he just hates me.
Got bad vibes.
It's all right
because you haven't had sex, they can smell it.
Yeah, no, it's all this bitch.
I can't respect this man.
Man, people who haven't listened to previous episodes are going to be very confused about me.
I bought this shirt. I finally got this one. It's the one with like the original.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I really like the tone-on-tone scarf.
That's cool.
Sick. There were a bunch of colors too.
And they also had that stuff in like hats as well.
Yeah.
So there's like some new merch coming out. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. It is cool.
Yeah, they dropped new colors. Yeah, on the hats. Like there's like yellow, orange, blue, some other ones. It's really cool.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is that there's like MLS branding on it too, and do they need to get all the stuff approved? Like, I wonder how that works. Do they need to get the designs approved before they can sell it with MLS? Like, how many tiers of fucking approval does that bullshit have to go through? And no wonder a bunch of the merch for other teams sucks. I think it's cool that they're like, I wonder if they get like extra leeway with them building a new team to just do a shitload of this like custom merch or something. I don't know. I just didn't think about that until I saw that I didn't even think about that until this Chrome Ball. Like, oh shit, do they need approval by MLS too?
Well, technically, they're like employed by the MLS, right? So if they're going to advertise within their league, you got to put their name on it. I think it's the same for NFL. Like if you get an official NFL jersey, it's going to have the NFL logo on it.
But like, you know how the MLB had the custom like city something jerseys and all that? Like, does that? I wonder if like MLB was like, here's your fucking design. You have these 3 choices. Pick one. Or does the team go, hey, these are the designs we want to use. Which ones? You know, I wonder how that works.
I would imagine they have their own design people, and then they submit it to the league for approval.
I know this sounds boring, but I just it does, dude. That's the type of shit that I'm like, how does that work? With the MLS owning all the teams and the teams being a franchise and all that crap.
Add it to a long list of Nate's grievances. Colin, were you gonna say something about the jerseys?
Well, I was just looking at trying to research in it. That I didn't say anything, but there's a group, Fanatics, that controls like a lot of the rights for like the NFL. So just like not to go on an NFL tangent, but Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't signed his rights with Fanatics. So in other words, people can't buy his rookie jerseys, or he can't be in video games, and he can't, because it's all controlled by this one corporation. I don't know if that's how it is. Like it's almost like an outsourced company working with the NFL that controls all that sort of, branding stuff. I think there is like kind of more than we really see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is with the MLB, because the Fanatics screwed up their jerseys this year. Like, they decreased the font size. Guys have been sliding into bases. Their pants have been ripping because they're too thin.
Oh,
I think there's like a weird thing of how it works between like who makes the jerseys and the league. So, yeah, I don't know exactly. Hopefully the teams can submit what they want to do, and that's how it works. But yeah, the MLB's had a big issue with that this year. And now it sounds like the NFL's right around the corner.
Oh boy. Yeah. But no, yeah, you can add it to my list of grievances, Christopher, and I will be very public with them, especially when it's MLS, because
the grievances.
Well, and you know what is the hierarchy is like this, all right? I'll defend the team, and then if the team is getting messed with by MLS, then I freaking hate MLS. Then if MLS is getting messed with by FIFA, then I freaking hate FIFA, and I'll defend MLS. That's how it works. You just move up the chain. Fuck
Word
authority.
I like it for Keegan, Colin, and I aren't very opinionated, so it's good to have you on your opinion.
I know. I try to like just toe the line and just kind of.
Keegan, we're just trying to keep awake throughout the whole episode.
About branding again. This is exciting. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing with the Chrome Ball Tour. Okay, let's get back to some fun stuff. One thing that is nice, and with me being opinionated, talking my shit and all that stuff, whenever I meet the San Diego FC people, they're still so cordial and nice to me and everything. And I was telling Chris, like, I could not do that job because like I brought it being in sales forever last time, and I kind of brought that up because it just burnt me out, and that being able to do that is a real skill, and y'all do a good job at it. So thanks for being so kind.
We're getting paid well for it.
Quick little
I fucking hope so.
Quick little sidebar. Nate and I met Darren Smith, who's like a San Diego sports radio personality. He's been in the game for well over 20 years. Super intelligent guy, knows his shit about soccer. So it was good to chat with him for a little bit. Chat about the podcast. He seems like he's excited about the team. So, Darren, if by the off chance you're listening, thanks for the time.
Oh yeah.
He had Ricardo Campos on his podcast. I haven't been able to listen to it. I was trying to find it, but I was reading up. Some people in like the Riptides Discord and whatnot were talking about it. And from what I understand is that I guess Darren Smith was hitting it with some Chucky Lozano questions because that's the big rumor. That's what everybody feels is going to happen and all that.
Yeah.
And I guess he was just like deflect, boom, 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 boom. Which that, and again, I'm joking around, but at the same time, like, can you imagine having to answer those questions over and over again? I would start fucking around. I'd start making shit up. I'd just be like, I don't know. I don't watch horror movies. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's got to get boring answering the same shit over and over again. But I am excited for Chucky Lozano to hopefully be a San Diego FC player. Are you guys still pumped on that? We've talked about it for a long time, but is that excitement still there for you guys?
For me it is. I would be super stoked, man.
It's a huge signing for us, and I don't. Nate, when you first, because you were the one who like first predicted this. Did you have any like insight, or did you read a rumor article or anything?
I honestly am so proud of myself for that, and I want to like clip our first episode we didn't release before Colonial was part of the crew, and because I think honestly, dude, I swear on my life, this is why I thought that is his contract situation, his age, the way, and how he's a Mexican international, but he has already played a lot in Europe, and I think he speaks all right English, and it just all made sense to me. It just was the right move, in my opinion. I don't know. It just all made sense. It checked all the boxes.
It's just a wild prediction by you. And he's relatively young. Like, he's going into his prime. He's only 28.
Yeah.
which is pretty rare for like a star player to come to MLS when they're still in their prime. You know, the majority of the time it's a little bit later in their careers. So I would be an amazing signing for us.
Oh, I would be really pumped. I was just watching the celebrations that PSV had, and I think Chucky Lozano's the first Mexican international to win back-to-back league titles in two different teams in Europe, like consecutive years with different teams. But if I think, but I'm not positive. I keep reading that, but I haven't even double checked it to make sure that's right. I just want to believe all the good news about him if he's going to be a. I'm just going to believe it. I was actually watching an old interview with him, and he said he got his nickname because when he first joined, I forget who it was. I don't want to say because people get mad at me. I can't remember. But when he was with one of his first professional teams, he would like hide under cars or in closets and stuff and scare the shit out of everybody. So they started calling him Chucky. So that's what I think that's where the nicknames comes from. I think that's what he was saying. It's pretty funny.
It's exciting. We're signing a big player with name recognition, like puts us on the map. You know, all that talk about they're going to take it slow. It's good to see that they're starting to push and put money up. You know, there's articles like everybody saying pay him whatever he wants, get him on the team. So it's very, very exciting to see everything start to come together now. And
Is it? It's not. Oh, sorry, Keith, go ahead.
No, that's better. Go agree.
It's not for sure yet, right?
No. We're just still it's still like rumors.
Everything it seems like it's like one of those for sure. Well, we'll see. Now I'm gonna jinx it. So
that's another thing I wanted to talk about is like at this point in the contract negotiations, how does that like work at that level? Is it already pretty much done and dusted, and they're just waiting because like he just celebrated with PSV like a day ago or 2 days ago or something like that. So it's still really new. And you don't want to be rude to the team, because he played there and then left and then came back. So I think he's pretty well loved at that squad. There was also there was a time, Chris, when him and Ricardo Pepi argued over who was going to take a penalty during a game.
Oh, what team was that on PSV?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy
season.
There is an article that I don't know the legitimacy of this, but it does say that SDFC has reportedly agreed to a transfer fee of approximately $12 million with PSV.
Oh, okay.
But
I saw that. Oh, Hercules Gomez was talking about it. Hercules, his brother was a really good fighter. His brother's name is Ulysses. Hercules and Ulysses.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hopefully their son's name isn't
he fought at 125.
Bellator, right?
He may have had a fight in UFC or WEC, but he fought at Tachi Palace a lot. And Tachi Palace was like the step into either WEC or UFC when UFC first started getting the lightweights. So he like right in the mix there with all those good fighters when UFC first got that smaller weight classes. So really good jiu-jitsu guy, Ulysses was.
Tachi Palace is like the first level in Mortal Kombat. I fought in Tachi Palace.
That's awesome. So what about the Ochoa rumors? I know those kind of heated up last week.
That is, and then Miguel Herrera being coach, like those links, and I don't know if those links are happening just because like Chucky Lozano was so hot and heavy, and people just assume because Ochoa is the same thing. Is his contract is up? That team Salernitana that he plays for is getting relegated. And like it's funny too because on the Liga MX subreddit still like they are still arguing about Ochoa. Like somebody posted a fault mob screenshot and they were like, see, it's Ochoa's fault, and that team had lost and Ochoa wasn't even in the goal, so he's obviously like pro Ochoa. So it's still divided, which I think is a good sign because that means he must still have some freaking skills. He must have all those things. Good sign for him. I mean, for people thinking that, do I think it's a good thing for him to come to SCFC? No idea. I mean, I don't know how that shit works.
Sounds like
Not this time.
Sounds like SDFC is like his priority, not necessarily SDFC is making him a priority. Like I think he just loves San Diego, wants to play here, as far as I've read.
and like we were talking about the sporting director or technical director, I forget which term it was, but like Carlos Avina is pretty much. I think the fellows from the Two Balls and a Mic announced Avina is pretty much the real deal for the technical director. But Hugo Sanchez was also a name that was bandied about, and I even saw 2 weeks ago he did an interview with somebody talking about, and he legit was like, they haven't even approached me. I just would love to work for San Diego FC. So I don't know how many people are just coming out of the woodwork like, fuck yeah, I want to work for the new team in San Diego. Are you kidding me? It's in San Diego. Brand new MLS team. Who wouldn't want to come, who wouldn't want their name attached to that, who isn't working right now or who's looking for work right now? I mean,
well, that's why if they sign Chucky too, I think that's going to attract a lot of people as well. Like if they're putting up money to sign good players, it's just going to bring more people in. A new fun team in San Diego who's trying to build a good team. So it's good to see. Rather have people want to come here than not come here.
I absolutely. And
hot take alert.
Yeah, right. I know. Going out on a limb here.
The controversial takes over here.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I think literally just being in San Diego is a selling point that we should be shouting from the fucking rooftops. Like, you get to live in San Diego. What do you want? You don't have to deal with LA. And you get all the goodness. The fuck? More. But oh, dude, I was watching highlights for just random MLS highlights all throughout, always. And during the Real Salt Lake Sporting Kansas City highlights, they mentioned Chula Vista. And I was like, were they talking about the Chrome ball? I have to go back and watch it and try to find that. But go to it's the ones that Apple were the official highlights, and look at the ones for Real Salt Lake and Sporting Kansas City, because somewhere in there they mention people in San Diego and in Chula Vista in particular. I'm like, what the hell? And Julie and I just caught it real quick. And I didn't go back and rewatch the entire game to try and see when he said that, of course. But look up those highlights and see if you guys can find that, or I'll try to find it so you could edit it in. I just thought that was interesting. I was going to say we had to stop for a second, but there was loud noises in the background. And as we were talking about how great San Diego is, a bunch of motorcycles went by. But I was saying it's indicative to how amazing San Diego weather is you can ride your motorcycle at night and be good to go.
It's a park. The motorcycle.
Maybe we're not being loud enough.
Keegan, you want to bring something up?
Just a little something. I was just going to see that Miguel Herrera left TJ this past week, Tijuana. And he's desiring to coach in the MLS following his Tijuana exit. So I don't know if SDFC might be looking to him now, especially if he's wanting to coach here as well, and just kind of what you guys thought about it.
I posted something about it on the Instagram, and I was shot down many times. I guess his style isn't kind of what they're looking for from what a bunch of people understand. And you can read the comments. Just from fans and stuff like that. Fans of the team. I don't think we have any fans. Please let me just get that.
We got a couple. Come on.
My 9-year-old daughter, she loves it.
Yeah, the Funcast, guys. The Funcast.
Yeah.
It is the Funcast.
Your 9-year-old daughter has more followers on her YouTube page than we do.
Hell yeah.
Literally, 10 times. She gives me crap going, oh, do you want me to run ads for you on my on my Roblox stream? And I'm like, maybe, we'll see.
Ouch.
It's very sad. Yeah, I know. It's very debilitating.
That's amazing.
Debilitating. You win, daughter.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, good for you.
Refresh my memory. How was Herrera as the Mexican national team manager?
Dude. So he's the one that when Mexico wasn't doing so hot and they needed to qualify and they had to beat New Zealand in that playoff game, they ended up getting Herrera for that that part of qualifying, and he had them qualify, and then they played pretty well in that World Cup. That's where the memes came. That's where he's walking a couple of steps and he freaks out. He has the suit on with the green tie and the white shirt, and a lot of people made it into Super Saiyan memes and all that type of stuff. I'll send it to you. You'll recognize what I'm talking about. But I think he did well as a Mexican national team coach, but I can't speak to his time coaching Mexican League teams. I mean, he's coached all the big ones, America and all that stuff. So, not all the big ones, but a lot of big ones. I mean, he's been around. He knows what he's doing. I don't know. I think he's a good coach overall, but I don't know. I don't know how serious. One of the issues is people not taking MLS as seriously and all those types of things. Maybe I just don't want these people to all look for cash grab real quick and like, oh yeah, I'll just be at San Diego for 2 years and fuck off, and then
I feel like
live here.
the league though, MLS is like sort of getting rid of that reputation as being like, kind of the filler league for the end of the career European guys that are coming over. But I feel like it's more of a bigger names coming over here, money's filling into the league. I feel like that stigma of like isn't a high caliber league is going to be gone in a few years.
I agree.
Yeah, like it being a retirement circuit for all the big name washed up superstars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's trending in the right direction for sure. And signings like Chucky Lozano, who's still in his prime, would be certainly indicative of that.
Yeah, and that's just the outside view. Because I mean, if you watch just the highlights, like if all the goals, you realize very quickly that's a very high caliber, high intensity league. And they were even talking about that. I think Jamie Carragher was talking shit as usual. He's just turning into the Scouts Alexi Lawless. And it's like, all right, cool guy. But he was, made a comment about some player who's at the end, and their agent should be calling Saudi and MLS. And it's like he obviously did that so people like us would talk about it and get all butthurt and give him views or comments or whatever. But like a lot of people just in the Reddit comments were talking about like, nah, everybody that goes to MLS thinks that, and whoever thinks that, they immediately see like you can literally play in Miami 1 week and a freaking blizzard 2 weeks later in Colorado or some shit, Like it's not just the level of play that's higher than people realize, but the intensity is more intense than people think, and the travel, like beating up on your body and all that stuff, really does damage. Like it's MLS is no freaking joke,
And while I do think he probably said that to get a rise out of people like us, at the same time, I do feel like that is the general or the opinion of the general soccer community, global soccer community, so to speak, is that the MLS is still that sort of retirement circuit. So we got to do our part to change that. MLS needs to as well.
Yeah. I think they're doing the right things. I mean, Acosta open to become a U.S. national, I'd be pumped. Yeah, Argentinian born, but the one that plays for Cincinnati, that I love because he's a short king, my height. No, but he really is fun to watch, and he again MVP last season, and he's trying to get his citizenship, and he's down to represent the U.S. and I'm fucking down.
Talking about Luciano.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's only 5'3". You got beat.
That's saying something. Yeah, got you by an inch, dude.
I think the tone of the MLS is changing, though. Like, if you look almost in ages, like MLS when it was first created till Beckham came, right? That kind of ushered in the next age of MLS. It got a lot more attention, and it's known as its retirement phase. But I feel like now, especially if Chucky starts coming here and stuff, and I think Messi as well, even though Messi is older, I feel like it's starting to turn the chapter to like the next phase of the MLS, where it's getting more competitive. We have more guys on the national team that are playing. Granted, a lot of them are overseas, but some here at a higher level. I think it's slowly turning to we're climbing higher in the ranks of national leagues throughout the world, and might be on the list. Yeah.
Hell yeah, the top leagues are taking our best players. Yeah. Like that sucks, but it's a good sign. They're looking at MLS for real talent.
That was a good way of putting it, Keegan. Sort of like, because every story has its chapters, right? And this is just one of many for MLS. Hopefully, we'll just continue to grow.
Right now, the chapter is like people come, like somebody from England goes and they watch an MLS game just because, and then they go back to England. They go, oh no, it's actually really good. And they're like, yeah, I heard it's pretty good. They're like, oh no, mate, it's really good. I think we're in that chapter.
You gotta listen, mate. Yeah.
Nah, dude, I totally agree with you. 100%. But some MLS history, I was looking at, there was a post about when, this is, 1 year before the World Cup came in 93. So right before MLS took hold, and some of the team names are just magical. Like the Los Angeles Salsa, the LA Salsa. I think that's a team. The Toronto Blizzard.
Ooh.
So there were 7 teams in the American Pro Soccer League. The Vancouver 86ers. Like, do they get 86th
That's
at a
cool.
bar a lot? I love that
That's
one.
gangster.
I know.
Fighting people.
Yeah, you don't mess with that team. Damn.
The Colorado Foxes. I don't know about that one. You know what's interesting is it was the Montreal Impact. They've been the Montreal Impact for a long time now. They're CF Montreal, but that seemed that kind of an old stalwart.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Cool,
kind of all I had for MLS and San Diego FC stuff. Did you guys see there was a Birmingham City fan when everybody did a pitch invasion, everybody was hanging out. He put the ball way out and then he cleared like 30 people and everybody watched him and they all cheered him on. It was amazing. But you guys should watch it.
What do you mean he cleared 30 people? Like he puked them?
No, like it's almost like there was like a wall, but they weren't. Everyone's just milling around talking to each other, and you just see a fan like put the ball down, take like 4 big steps behind, run up and blast it, and it makes it over the wall and makes it into the top of the goal, and you can just see people like, holy shit, like it.
No way.
Even the stands, like everyone's cheering for him. Yeah,
What a badass.
That's awesome.
some fun soccer stuff to
Like,
look
Speaking
at.
of championship, Blackburn survived the drop by the skin of their freaking teeth, man. Ooh, wee.
Let's do it. Do a Euro roundup real quick. How was that season? Are you feeling good now that the season's over? Fresh start?
No, I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling okay because the season's over. Thank God. No, I think we got John Eustace, who was Birmingham skipper, and then he got fired when Wayne Rooney came on. And John Eustace, they were like killing it, and then Rooney just tanked them. And then so anyway, like I think John Eustace is gonna like maybe like if you give him a full year, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll get some stuff going.
Nice. All right. Now I'm happy. I mean, Chelsea just beat West Ham 5-0. Cole Palmer's one of the best players on the planet, and Chelsea's they're looking good. I hope Pochettino gets a little bit more time. I don't mind. They're all a bunch of young guys. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Real quick, I don't know if we want to even broach this topic today, Nate, because it makes you so heated.
Next time. Wrexham next time. It's already. We're almost an hour
You knew what I was going to say. All right, we'll talk about Wrexham.
Yeah, we're already running a little long.
We're gonna do quiz game. Let's do it.
Oh, wait. Can we at least do the fantasy roundup real quick?
Oh shit. Chris just wants to. Hey, Chris, you take the reins this time, big guy.
I'll be real quick, but I did beat my sweet brother in the British one, the English Football League one. I took down Colin and took over first place for the first time in my life, I think, this late in the season.
Oh.
And then MLS, I also beat Colin.
No, didn't I play? You sure?
I thought I did. It says I played Call of the Wild 73-65.
I got absolutely destroyed by producer Trev.
Thank you.
And I mean like destroyed. Messi scored him 56 points by himself.
5 assists will do that for you.
Mamma mia.
I wiped the ground with Stu. I almost beat him by 50 points.
Isn't it
you wipe the ground a lot?
Luis Suarez. No, not the floor. I like into the ground. I went to the soil. Luis Suarez got me 44 points.
Yeah,
I rode that donkey to the finish line. So yeah, sorry, Stu. You're buried.
Oh my God.
You're buried. I wiped the floor with you, buddy, or wiped the ground with you.
Dude, the ground, not the floor. I went through the floor
Yeah,
into the ground.
got the thing right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I made up a new one.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's a new Fancast one. I like it, Keegan.
Get ready
I
for
wasn't gonna say anything.
Title of the episode: "Wiped the ground with you."
It's so stupid.
Keegan right to the ground
okay.
with Colin, with Stu.
With Stu. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Let's quiz game it up.
Let's quiz game it up.
It's only a game. Why you have
Another
to be
one.
mad?
All right.
We got to get that drop.
Look at the score. Colonial, are you just smoking everybody? Looks like it.
Dude,
7
Colin's on a heater, dude.
for Colin,
Look at
5 for me, 2 for
7-5-2.
Keegan.
Yeah, I've been on a bit of a heater, but we haven't done a competitive game in a couple episodes, I feel like, right?
Yeah. Figure we may as well bring it
see
back.
If anything, it was a strategy by Chris and Keegan to like slow me down and like kind of reset the energy. So we'll see if I still have my mojo.
Nice. I like
How
it.
many questions on this one, Nate Dogg? 5?
5 and then one bonus question in case there's a tie.
All right.
So,
Alrighty.
well, I'll keep it at 5. We don't have to keep it too long. 5 with the bonus question. I was gonna say category. I can't think of the word right now. That's
Theme?
pathetic.
That plays,
The
right?
theme. The theme. The theme. Like Chris mentioned, I'm opinionated. So the theme tonight is rules.
Oh yeah, all right.
Ooh, oh boy.
Well done.
All right.
Like it.
Rules.
You guys ready for question 1?
Yep.
You know it.
Before 1897, what could the maximum length of a pitch be? Was it 150 yards or 200 yards? And these are the accepted international rules of soccer at the time, is what I'm going off of.
1850 had international soccer.
Before 1897.
Or 1890, even still. Honey, I gotta play. And then I'll see you in 4 months when
Yeah.
hopefully I don't die.
Yeah, half the team dies on the travel.
They'll get
It's
dysentery.
plague. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So either 150 yards or 200 yards. The answer is 200 yards.
Oh,
damn.
man.
200-yard pitch.
Wow.
That's like
They could
old
run.
school.
Yeah, wow.
Did
Impressive.
you get that one, Chris?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
All right. What was the first year players could be sent off for repeated cautions? Was it 1889 or 1905?
Coin flips.
I know.
More like educated guesses.
More like gut educational guesses.
Everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
It was 1889.
All right.
Fuck.
Dude, all these gold miners have a lot of rules.
86ers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What year was the goalkeeper position made a specific position?
Mm.
Was it 1865 or 1871?
Wow.
Well, after the Civil War, I'm sure they had to figure out something with, I don't know. I got nothing.
This is important. One of these years,
They didn't play soccer in the U.S. in the Civil War. What was the
They,
year again?
Oh, yeah,
outlawed
good point.
buckwheat in this year.
It was either 1865 or 1871.
Yeah, I got it.
Keegan?
Yeah, I'm good.
It was 1871.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. Old Industrial Revolution.
All right. So what year were the rules changed so that goalkeepers can only handle the ball while inside the box? Was that 1900 or 1912?
Some old guy got
bone here.
some guy in the 1800s like, man, see you just running up the field.
That is hilarious.
With
The
a
goal
curly
is just-
Q mustache.
Yeah, exactly.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, you will eat drink my milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Yeah.
All right. The answer is 1912.
Ah.
Yeah. So you guys do the algebra. What the fuck was happening between 1871 and 1912?
Wait, real quick before you go on, do we all have 2?
I got 2.
I got 1.
I have 2.
All right, I gotta hope you two lose and I tie to go to the tiebreaker. Man,
That's the
Thomas
scenario.
Thomas brother battle though right here.
You having a stroke?
Basically.
The Thomas brothers.
Was that Ace Ventura? That was Ace Ventura, right?
Oh my god.
The second one, right?
No, I think it's the first one when he's in the
In the insane asylum.
Yeah, and he's like,
Oh,
put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're in the
What a
2-2.
drop. That was
Well
amazing.
done, producer Trevor.
All right.
I love it. All right. Red and yellow cards were introduced in 1959 or 1970.
I have a very specific reason for this answer.
Everybody write something down?
Yeah.
1970.
God damn it.
I didn't get it. Did you get it, Keegan?
No, I did not.
So it's a tiebreaker between me and Colin.
Yeah. Unless
Battle.
what
Well,
if
there's
Keegan
two-
gets that right
Unless
and
that
we
not
get
a
that
count.
wrong?
1, 2,
That's
3,
a bonus
4,
question.
5, 6. Hey,
Yeah,
I had
bonus
7
question time
questions.
out.
I had 7 questions. Just joking.
No,
There was
he's
3
out.
for
You're
one
out.
bonus.
No, because that's not how it works. You guys were tied, so yeah, I'm
I
not
think-
gonna
That's literally what I
shit
have.
my
but
way
I just
in,
don't know
yeah.
how to count.
Well, I
No.
believe you. I'm just saying by the rules. We're just abiding by the rules.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
All right,
No, it's,
I
it's
have
between
2
you
bonus
two.
questions for tiebreakers. So you two are both on the two questions, right?
We'll just do one question. If we need another one, we'll do the last one.
No, I know. I'm just making sure you both are on the 2. All right. Substitutions of injured players was first allowed in 1948 or 1958.
It's
Okay.
It's 1958.
Damn it.
That's what I said. Yeah, I win.
Oh, Chris
wow.
wins. I was in my head too much with that game, Nate. I kept thinking, what would Nate do? Was he going to go high or low on this one?
Don't
Good
do
win,
that.
Chris. Good win. I knew I wasn't going to win. I didn't have the juju.
Good win, Chris.
Well,
Thanks, Keegan.
okay. Now I got to mark it on the chalkboard.
Keegan is doing the reeling in, the flipping me off motion.
Good win, Cree.
We lost our host. So anyone else want the position? Keegan, Colin,
Wait,
you guys?
Chris.
Hey,
Yeah, I did.
hey,
Oh,
ever
never
since
mind.
day 1, Chris has been looking to replace me.
Yeah.
All right, fucker. Here's your win.
Thanks,
Boom.
man.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Nate.
You're up to 6.
Well, does anyone else have anything else they want to bring up here? Keegan, have we heard from Will Arnett yet?
We have not.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to bring the set piece in.
That was,
You guys ready? I'm going to send this one in. All right, we've been practicing all week. This one's coming in. All right, ready? All right, here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming in. All right, head it in. Here it comes.
What kind of ref blows the whistle in the middle of a set piece?
It went in after. What?
I was still bitching at the 4th official.